This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
Alcohol does damage the brain, but I don't know if it went that far with them already. I don't know. I drink a lot. I'd like to think that I'm not like that.
And co-host Marnie Winfield.
Sometimes there's a very small window that if something doesn't happen and there isn't action made in that short period of time, that it might not happen, maybe not ever again.
It is the 19th of July, 2022. My name, Corey Winfield.
My name is Marnie Winfield.
I want you to do it dramatic one time.
Okay.
My name's Marnie Winfield.
Next time.
Okay, next time. I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
What's going on?
Be waiting for it.
Sober today again. What's up?
Me too, sober.
I can tell you exactly how many days I have. You're coming up on your 3-year anniversary from being sober.
Yep, I am.
How you going to celebrate?
Another day of sobriety.
How are you going to celebrate?
Another day of sobriety.
You're not going to go out to eat or...
I don't know. Are you taking me out to eat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going out to eat then.
Go see Top Gun 2 again. You can see how awesomely bad it is.
I'm now like in my newly found hobby that I like. Activity, rather.
Mm-hmm.
I like going to movies.
Yeah, that's fun. Jurassic Park was horrible. Like, we should go see a good movie.
Well,
Do they make those? John Wick 4 is coming out, I think, in March.
there you go.
That'd be awesome.
That'll be awesome.
But you have 1,054 days today, Marnie.
Awesome.
Congratulations. And I have 1,312 days.
And if you guys didn't know this, there's tons of apps out there that count sober days.
Yeah.
Which one are you using?
NOMO. NOMO.
No Mo.
Like,
All right.
I don't drink no mo. Yeah, it's a free app. You put your... My buddy Jamie has 519 days.
Or you can keep track of a bunch of people in there.
Mm-hmm. So, Jamie Kelly, you don't listen to the podcast. Maybe you should. Because you got over that. So, congratulations. Yeah, today, I don't know. It's been a minute, I think, since we've done a podcast again. You've been doing a pretty good job of avoiding them.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, well, we did one from the beach. That was kind of a live one, so it wasn't live, but it was what we did there, and I didn't edit any of it and just published it. So
That was a fun event.
yeah, and it was cool because it was a sober living house treatment program kind of coming together and showing the guys that they can have fun in recovery. It was at the beach here in Traverse City, Michigan. It was a pretty nice warm day. It was fun. It was burgers, hot dogs, all kinds of food and drinks. I'd say drinks, I mean like water and Gatorade, and it was all free.
Yeah.
There was a Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot.
Yeah, I didn't try it.
We have
There's
one in the
our
fridge. Yeah. I brought it home because...
Well, and he brought them warm, too. So that probably made it even worse.
The person that brought them.
They were warm.
It's cold now. I don't know.
Do you dare?
No, because it's got a lot of sugar in it, and I'm on this... I don't want to say diet. I want to say eating healthier kick again because, well, I lost a bunch of weight, and then I started gaining it back, and it's like, I got to put the brakes on it. And it would probably help my pancreas and all that crap that's going on with my stomach.
Right, for sure.
So why not?
Yeah.
And that's the thing when you're eating healthy, when you're trying to change things. Like, I understand I'm not going to be 175 tomorrow. That's cool. You know, same thing happens in recovery. You know, you're not going to be 10 years clean tomorrow unless you, in fact, have 10 years clean. Then congratulations. Congratulations to you. But it doesn't happen that way, you know. So, I mean, look at it like, you know, you're trying to lose weight or eat healthy, you know, like, man, I want to fit in that dress. Let me say that again, because that's not what I meant. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I know.
People will think that, like, man, I want to fit in that shirt, or man, them jeans is just a little tight. Need to do something about that. Well, eating healthy one day isn't going to do that. You know, you got to eat healthy continuously, and then after a week or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, you put them pants on, they will fit again. But if you're not making the effort, if I don't eat ice cream, if I don't drink sugary drinks, there's a lot of things that I can't do if I want the results that I want. Same thing about recovery.
It's a lifestyle change.
Yup. And it don't happen overnight, unfortunately, because I really want to fit in that dress. Really want to get in that dress. Hi, welcome. Glad you're listening to the podcast tonight. Or today, or if you're in the shower, hello. Some people are taking a poop. Anyway. I know, I did not need to include that, but...
That's okay.
I'm making an effort. I'm aware of it. I'm working on it. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, today was interesting for me. You've heard the term "too good to be true."
Oh yeah.
But then I found you, so I mean, hey, things do happen like that. Things do work out that way, and being in the not being in the but sorry, we have an addition to the family, a little kitten, and a little kitten tooth just bit right into my big toe. Anyway. Damn, what was I saying? Oh, so I was in the radio business for a while, and I have all the equipment and everything. I have a professional recording studio. And you had mentioned to me, like, you really need to do some voice work. Mm-hmm. I think the key word there for you is work. I think you just need to do some work. And since this is something that you've done forever, like, you know how to do it, like, you need to start doing it. And you didn't say any of that, but you've said something similar, way more encouraging than that. And I was like, all right. I started looking into it more, and I got an email or something, and it's weird how things happen. But I was like, hey, let me check it out. I was like, oh, I forgot about that site. And so I started sending out some stuff, and I don't know, some people sent some stuff back, and it was like, okay. And I don't know, it was almost too good to be true. So and I tell people all the time, like, expect to be amazed by the opportunities that are going to happen because you're putting yourself in the right place. You're sober, doing the right things. Like, good things are going to happen. But at the same time, it's like I'm skeptical.
Yeah, well, you got to take your own advice.
Yeah, and until I'm proven wrong, like, what's it going to hurt me? Like, it's not. Like, I don't know. But it's just like one of those things where it's like, wait a minute, is this really happening? And people in early recovery listening right now might know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's so many things, like the whole things can fall in your lap, but only to a certain extent. Like, if you want something, you're going to have to do the work to get it, to make it happen.
Absolutely.
And the more work you put into it, the more opportunities that are potentially there. And hopefully one of them will shake out.
Yeah. Because I have done voice work for a long time. And, some of the stuff that I do, just kind of mess around with the videos. I mean, that's fun. And I'm getting better with them, so we've gotten paid. 217 Recovery has gotten paid for helping people put videos together. So that's something that we do, that's something that we do offer, and it's something that's cool. And, that money does go back into helping people. We buy socks and clothes and sheets and, sometimes take people to treatment. So.
And you have this talent. I can't tell you how many times we've been, like, at random places or, like, checking out at a grocery store. Not joke. It was like Staples or something. And they'll be like, you have a radio voice.
Yeah. And I just laugh.
I'm like, spot on. Thank you for acknowledging that. I'm like, see, you need to take advantage of your talent.
Yeah. Xavier from 910 News up here, when they did that piece on me, he's like, man, you have a really good voice. Like, you should, like, for real, do voice work. And I don't know, people tell me that all the time, and I just never really
do anything about it.
Nope. It's like when I was talking about last week, it's like me just sitting on the toilet waiting for gravity to take.
Okay, can we not talk about that?
I know you don't like the analogy, but it's a good one. Like, nothing's going to happen unless I try a little bit. I mean, well, sometimes you go in there and it's explosive and it just comes out, but sometimes you got to try a little bit. That's the point of that. You got to try a little bit. I'm just saying, you got to try a little bit.
Okay.
That's two references to that. And this,
and this voice work that he's
10
going to
minutes.
be doing is for, like, things that are not talking about being on the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Good.
In this episode.
This episode.
You're lucky. But, yeah. So that's where I'm at with that, and we'll just see. But yeah, I should take my own advice and I told the guy tonight too, because I did a speak thing at the treatment center, and he came up and asked me, and he's like, "Hey, what about this, and what about that?" And I'm like, "Bro, none of that's even happened yet. Like, why are you stressing? Like, how about you worry about tonight and tomorrow? You know, like you're talking about, he's talking about 9 months from now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, let's put the brakes on that. So, you know, I'll take that advice that I gave him as well. Put the brakes on it, you know, like, let's get through the process and see what happens.
We were talking about that today in my group. We were talking about, like, being in the present. And if you're sober today, you have that to be grateful for. And how it seems like we're always, like, it's like this weird catch-22, right? We always are striving for, you know, better things, or, you know, better jobs, or bigger houses, or whatever it is, better cars. But, like, if we have what we need right now, to be grateful for that, instead of being like, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have a good enough this, I don't have a good enough that. Count the things that you do have. Be grateful for the things that you do have. And those things will come if you keep doing the next right thing. You know? And if you keep working hard. And if you keep showing up to work. And if you keep going to meetings and staying clean. And, you know, be a good person. Doing the next right thing.
And doing that next thing right.
As best you can.
Yeah. The best that you can. Yeah. I don't know. That's all I got.
Wow, short and sweet.
Yeah, my head hurts. I'm tired.
That's all right.
I don't know. Not to complain or whine. I already whined about my toe. Whine about my head.
It's all good.
Whine about being tired. But sometimes you do get tired, and sometimes you got to do that self-care. I know somebody's like, dude, I waited like... There was nobody saying this. Dude, I waited 3 days for that podcast, and it's only like 15 minutes long. What the F, bro? But no, I mean, I don't know. We did miss some shout-outs the other day, and I want to shout out to John, someone I met at a meeting. And he, like, just shows up at places. You know, when there's a recovery event going on, you know, or like an AA group's having a cookout. There he is, you know, and he's new to this whole thing. And when I told him that, you know, he didn't have to call himself an alcoholic, he was the kind of first time I told him, he's like, oh. And then I saw him, he was at the volleyball thing as we did at the beach, and he came up and he was like, I've been thinking about that more, man. He's like, I think you're on something, you know, because there has to be a point where I'm not an alcoholic anymore, at least to the point where my work thinks that, because in order for me to do my job, I have to not be an alcoholic, you know, and it's like, oh. And he's like, but just overall, he's like, that is kind of a negative term in society. And I'm a person in recovery does sound a hell of a lot better. And I was like, yes, it does. And that's what works for me.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some people love to call themselves an alcoholic. I talked about that tonight too. It's a negative term for me. So why would I like go into a group and be like, hi, everybody, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a failure. Why would you start it off like that? Like, no, like, I'm Corey. I'm in recovery. Yeah, it means something totally different. And when I say it, it means something totally different. So if I'm in a meeting and I got to go around the room and go, hi, I'm Corey. I'm a piece of shit. What? Are you? Okay, if you are, then hell yeah, man. Let the world know. But we've all made our mistakes. You can't beat yourself up for it. But, you know, if you're moving forward with your life and in your recovery, you know, say you're in recovery. You don't have to say, oh, I'm Corey, I'm an alcoholic.
Well, because for me, at least, and I never used to think this way until I had a little time. No, it's that it has this feeling of like present tense, right? Like it's an act, like I'm actively an alcoholic. Like there's no determination of where stage of being an alcoholic we're at. You know, I identify as being a person with substance use disorder, and I was addicted to alcohol. That was my drug of choice. But today, I identify as being a person in recovery, because that's what I am today. You know, I'm not trying to tell anybody who wants to say it that way. I mean, they have their own reasons because they've been saying it since the big book came out. You know, nobody says. People very rarely say, "What are those old terms they used to like drunkard or whatever?" Like nobody says that anymore.
Say that at the next meeting you go to.
Okay, really?
No, I was just saying it to the person.
Oh, yeah, right. No, but I mean, for me, it's like, because I'm celebrating where I'm at today. And for me, the way it sounds, at least for me, when I vocalize it, I want to say I'm Marty and I'm a person in recovery. I always say I'm a grateful person in recovery, actually, because that's what I am.
Some people say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm allergic to alcohol."
Yeah. But if somebody said to me, "Are you an alcoholic?" I mean, I would answer yes. It's not like I'm like trying to hide it. You know, it's a personal decision.
Yeah, it is. Like that doctor asked me, how long you been alcoholic? I'm not, buddy. I own a home, got a job. Yeah, my liver shut down, kidney shut down, almost died. But hey, man, I got an excuse for that.
Oh, I got a shout out.
Okay.
I got a shout, and he just doesn't ever listen, but I got a shout out for Dylan. And I knew him when he came into treatment and then into housing a long time ago. Yeah, and he's doing awesome. And, he's like in school, about to finish, got some internship going on. And, yeah, like the people that make it, I love to hear those people. I love to hear the stories of the people that are doing well.
Yeah, well, shout out to Laura, too. She doesn't ever listen either, but...
Shout out to Laura,
She's like, I want to start a podcast for women. Okay, do it. I was like, do it then. Do it.
And she doesn't listen, but shout out to Luna, who's going through some mental exhaustion right now, who's my kitty, who's now the middle kitty of the Winfield household because we have a brand new cat without a name yet. And she's very traumatized right now. She's very unsure
if you're
of how to handle.
You're a cat person and you're into cat therapy, we could
I am.
use your help because I don't know how to introduce cats properly, clearly.
I don't know if there is a right way.
Nico, who's the best cat on the earth, very intelligent, not a fan of Luna. And I think Luna has I think she's got a few screws loose. I don't think she's all, and I think she's a Russian blue hair or something. They're kind of mean, and she's showing it. She not only hisses and growls at this new kitten, she snorts at it.
I never knew cats could make this noise.
I didn't either. Your cat has no sense of gravity. Gravity, like your cat thinks it can fly and float,
but
and
now
just
she's
falls
like
off everything.
Now she's like stealth kitty. Like
Yeah, she's hunting though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I don't think she'd actually do anything if she got to
I think
him. It's a little boy kitty. The new
maybe
kitty.
it could be a girl. Who knows?
It's a boy,
But we don't know.
but he's very sweet.
Nico was a boy too for 6 months,
Wow.
and then someone was like, "That's not a boy kitty," and I said, "Oh, okay then." But Nico's very different with this cat than she was with Luna, and I think that because she knew off the bat that Luna had some problems. She's very unstable, and I think Nico is actually going to cherish this kitty and like protect it.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Well, we'll let you know how the whole thing pans out. The family
in
dynamics
next week.
of the cat situation.
We'll see, but Luna is hunting this cat down like a velociraptor.
Kind of, yeah.
It's scary when you see that look in her face, and then she hissed at me and like batted at me, and I had to train her that was wrong.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get a chance to because she took off running.
She's out of her element right now. But yeah, if anybody out there is cat people and knows any tricks to get them to love each other, that'd be great.
It's like when you start talking shit to somebody and then
Google more
they stand up and you realize, oh no, that's what your cat did today. It smacked me. But yeah, if you got any tips for us, hit us up let us know. It's pretty easy to find out how to get a hold of us. But
It might be something like take a towel that the cat slept in and I don't know. Who knows what.
then they'll pee on it.
Ow. He just bit me just now because he's trying to grab my bracelet.
I think it's a she, though. I'm telling you, I think it's a she.
We're going to let you know. I don't think so.
And I know nowadays that's inappropriate to call it that, but I just called it. So you tell me which one's worse. But no, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it too.
Marty appreciates it too.
Yeah. Thanks, you guys. Have a good evening.
Yep. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. We hope you come back for our next episode.